Okay, we're on. This is Jenny. Welcome to Oracle Outlaws. I'm with Via.
Hi.
Today, and we're going to talk about the eclipse a little bit, and then we're going to talk about fallen kings and sort of our idea of what that means. And also, we'll go into like the divine masculine. And basically, we're just talking about men today. Yeah. And I think that's it. Wow. We're keeping it to like one topic. Men, there's just so much to expand on men, so we don't have to have other topics. Okay, so do we want to start with the eclipse?
Yes.
Or do you want to start with Neptune?
Let's start with the eclipse. How was your eclipse?
Well, exhausting. Let me see. I've been so tired, and every female I know, like literally the men are just fine. I'm so envious. But the women are just so tired.
Yeah.
Like I've been taking naps. I never take naps because I don't have time to take naps. But somehow I've just been like, I'll go to work and I've been working shorter days too. And I'm like, and I just come home and I'm like, I'm going to do all this stuff. But then I just end up like crashing on the couch or on the floor or whatever. So yeah, super tired. But actually what's really interesting is today is the first day I actually feel well rested in like 3 weeks, which is really interesting.
That's amazing.
So I know you've been really tired.
Yeah.
And
yeah, needing a lot of sleep and intense dreams.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the guys in my life are energized, so a little envious of that.
Lucky them.
I don't know if it's that 24-hour testosterone cycle or what, but they seem to be doing just fine.
They do.
One of the oracles that I follow on YouTube was talking about how during the beginning of August, we either were going to have a huge energy spike or be really drained, like one extreme or the other.
It feels very extreme.
It is very extreme,
Yeah.
polarizing.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because I feel like it started, I don't know, we went from retrograde kind of into like the eclipse because I feel like we were still finishing out shadow retrograde. And then now whammo, we're in eclipse season. So it feels like it's whatever's happening in the cosmos, it feels like it's carried over from retrograde into eclipse season for me because I was really tired at the end of retrograde, but that's also like eclipse shadow. And it just felt like a huge energy shift between the two because like it feels like we're on a different timeline. I think we talked about this last time a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so as far as eclipse happenings for me, like I haven't really noticed anything really outstanding. But I mean, we're just at the beginning of it. Anything can happen, and they're always like game changers. So we'll see. Time will tell. But right now, it's just the extreme fatigue.
I was actually really nervous about the eclipse, and I talked about that a little bit on my oracle reading video because I felt like the eclipse before it was a little traumatic for maybe some people I knew, or it just seemed like there were curveballs and it was intense. So I was kind of ominous, hesitant, but it actually ended up being really benevolent and powerful. And I don't know, I have weird energy with Leo signs. I'm not a fan of Leo archetypally. I mean, Lyran energy is great, but it's also, I think, connected to Mars. So there's just like some
difficult
intensity and like conflict or problems that can arise.
Definitely.
But there is something about the eclipse it was coming through really strong through my cards. Just justice and retribution. And that kind of plays into some of what we're talking about today. But there's also like, it's just an energetic rebalancing happening. And then my dreams have been really like, I kind of have, not to get too far into it, but I'll have spiritual warfare through my dreams. And I like with the eclipse, it was a battle that I was able to win, which felt like a small victory, like a micro with macro. So that was great. Yay. And that was really surprising. I had no expectations. I just was buckling down and preparing for whatever. But then I was like, wait a minute. I feel like I'm integrating like a huge chapter, and I feel like I'm actually embodying like power.
Ooh,
Yeah.
because Leo is powerful.
Leo is kind of royal.
It's very royal.
And it's well, I want to say I have in my draconian birth chart, it's like all Leo, which to me that means that that's to my detriment. So even though I have a Leo descendant,
yeah,
I don't do well with Leo energy. Is my feeling about it.
But it's also the royal, the nobility, which is really fascinating. You know,
I know.
So it's that, yeah. I feel like there's something there.
I think I do have. Maybe it's the Lyran energy, but that like the warrior.
Well, and you had a Lyran baby.
I had a Lyran baby.
And her dad's a Lyran.
Yeah.
Or he like shifts in it.
It's Lyran. Part of it.
Yeah, part of it. Part of the expression. Yeah, that's really interesting.
It is. And and then I took like the high potency retrograde money remedy.
Oh yeah.
So I think I went back further into time than I meant to. I was like, oh, was that a mistake? It puts me in a weird, it literally distorts time and space.
That remedy.
Because it's got 3i Atlas energy too.
That's right.
So then I'm just on a spaceship somewhere at this point. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm at.
I should take it again just out of curiosity. Because every time I take it, like something really interesting happens.
It's interesting, but it's like buckle up. You're in for the ride of your life.
Ooh, and mixed with the eclipse.
What was I thinking, girl?
Whoa, total wild card. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just waiting because usually my stuff, it's so funny. This happens almost every retrograde and almost every eclipse. I'm like, well, I kind of coasted through that. And then whammo, like the last day or the last 2 days, it'll just like hit. I'm like, oh, that's what I was waiting for.
I thought I had it easy with the retrograde, and then that's what happened. It was like the last.
Oh, that's right. You're like, I just coasted. Yeah. That's funny. Well, I'm trying to. Oh, go ahead.
Speaking of retrogrades,
Neptune.
Yeah, but you're gonna say something.
Oh, I was just trying to think of like the last the last eclipse, like the shifting that happened. It was like, do you remember what was going on?
You know what? Yeah, because so toxic people were leaving around that time. I think is what was happening. It was so it was creating really strong boundaries against vampirical evil people.
And I feel like this is kind of a continuation of like more, it just feels like more boundaries,
even more.
Like I'm just kind of going off of like what I see around me happening to like people in my vicinity, in myself. But I mean, I feel like I have pretty strong boundaries anyways, but it never hurts to have a little more. But yeah, it's just interesting. I guess maybe boundaries is the theme of this eclipse. Like this eclipse cycle, the like Leo, Cancer.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I usually keep up with the astrology online, but I didn't feel called to do that.
What is it? Is it Leo? It's not Leo, Cancer. What's the axis?
Leo, Aquarius?
Yes.
Is the polar
Aquarius.
opposite.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like, Cancer. Where did I get that? I don't know. Cancer's coming through for some reason.
But Cancer.
I think Cancer was the retrograde, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Part of it? Yeah.
Cancer energy. It's funny. I was like learning about Cancer energy last night. I wonder if that's tied into the astrology. Because again, I'm just like pulling from the ethers. I have no idea what's actually going on.
We love how we just wing it.
But
I don't really know.
I'm just feeling the vibes. The vibes are Cancerian.
Yeah.
Crabby
energy.
No, crab is coming up. Cancer is coming up. Like that, because boundaries and overgiving. That's just been playing out. Yeah.
That's very Piscean too. Well, what I can say about, because the eclipse in sidereal, because I haven't been following Western.
Oh, perfect.
But the sidereal is the same.
It
It's
is
in
the same.
Yeah, eclipse is in Leo on the Leo Aquarius
Okay.
axis, but it's the eclipse in Leo over the heliacal rising of Sirius, which would be the Lion's Gate.
Okay.
And heliacal setting of Regulus, which is the heart of the lion. So the heart of Leo, it like channels the heart. It's like heart-centered power, where I think that like that's where it should be. That's the aligned Leo.
Yes.
But I think we like a problem with a lot of the zodiac signs is like they can be out of alignment. So if you know a Leo that's like not, what's the word? Not ascended. Oh my gosh.
They're not in their highest expression. They're in like a distortion.
Yeah. Then it can come off as like power in like not a benevolent way. It's more so like heart centered would be like, I just touched my microphone. I talk with my hands so much.
That's okay.
Sorry, everybody. If it like, it's also authentic leadership, self worth, and emotional resiliency. And then Regulus. So this is the heart of Leo, which part of the eclipse is in. It's like it symbolizes fresh beginnings. So I think this is like a whole.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Like a very transformative time. So
a rebirth.
Yeah, which feels like part of that shift that we were feeling kind of at the end of retrograde. We're like, whoa, this is like a new timeline. This feels like that timeline. Like now, here we go. Total energetic reset and like a good time for like a lot of like creative projects, which is so funny because you and I just started talking about the clothing stuff, just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We're just like, suddenly we're like, we want to sew again. And isn't that wild?
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I think that it was just, I touched my microphone.
Oh, good. I thought I got the only one. It's the hair. We should have our hair up.
Yeah. I thought about it.
I'm just such a hand talker. I'm like such a
same.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't. Like, just everything. Expressive.
I pulled the creative card of, it's the Chamber of Inspiration card.
Yeah.
So that's been coming through is creative inspiration.
Okay, same here.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm so relieved because it felt like it was like lacking for a while. I was like, why don't I like have the inspiration to like do the things that I normally want to do? Because normally I love to sew, but it's just been, I think the end of last year, it was after I moved. So I moved in November. And then I was just unpacking the house and my sewing machine was just sitting there. And I literally just was like, I can't just look at it in the corner because it just reminds me of like what I can't do. And so I took it to storage.
Yeah.
But then last month I brought it back. So that was kind of like maybe the foreshadowing. And then suddenly we're just like, let's design clothing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So yay.
It feels really good.
It does.
And I'm doing this whole poema. I'm letting God guide. So I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself, but I'm gonna take what's divinely inspired and run with that, because otherwise I think sometimes I'll get overwhelmed by potentiality.
Right.
And then I won't know where to start.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Or like me, I'll start 10 different projects because I'm like, oh, where do I channel it? And I just need to be more focused.
Scattered.
Yeah.
And then you burn out a little bit.
Yep.
And so between that and then working on a painting, it's like I have to be careful not to overdo it, but it feels like I'm mastering how to approach creativity so I don't have that happen again, which is a great skill to have. And then it's funny you brought up the heart thing because I forgot about that aspect of Leo, but then I went and got a major heart chakra crystal.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's right.
Without even thinking about it.
Wild.
And it was incredibly oracle, prophetic, like higher chakra energies.
I just realized it actually matches your top that you're wearing today.
And it does.
It matches. And this is very heart chakra.
Whoa. And I've been wearing so much green and pink, actually.
And gold. So you said you're into gold. And so I feel like
gold
Leo is about, it's about like finding your inner gold, that transformation.
Okay, yeah, that's a download.
Yeah.
And then Leo rules in astrology the heart, circulation, aorta, blood, valves. So that checks out for what the experience has been.
You know what's funny too? I just pulled out a homeopathic liquid remedy that I made. It was in my purse. I don't know how long it's been floating in there. I pulled it out and I literally wrote liquid gold on it.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's sitting on my shelf, and I was like, "How long is this?" Because I'm sure I made it a couple months ago at work.
Stop! It was waiting for
and
this
it was literally
moment.
just gold. It was Aura Metallica. But I was like, I don't want to do that because I feel like homeopathically, it's not.
It's magical.
Is it magical? Because I'm like, I feel like it's used for things that are, but from a spiritual sense, like if you're looking at it from like not a classical homeopathic perspective, from like, I'm just like, I'm going to put liquid gold on there because that's what it is. It's like alchemy and yeah, very royal. So yeah, I think we're totally channeling stuff here.
We're channeling the gold because
Leo's gold. This eclipse in Leo is like pure gold.
It's pure gold.
Pure heart.
And we got that golden timeline card with our last episode, which was a foreshadow. And then we literally are stepping into that gold energy now, which is
all coming together. I love how everything clicks. We just get together.
Oh my God.
Like,
whoa. And you know what? It's funny because I did the episode prior to that, the Mel Gibson episode. That's when I was just starting to talk about like embracing royal identity. Yeah. And I feel like that is building on this too, because I'm also wearing gold now and I'm not wearing silver anymore because I feel like silver is a little bit too psychotic of an energy. It's so ungrounded. It's just like because it's connected to the moon and the moon's just all over.
Very true. Yeah, we're not sure if we trust the moon.
We don't know what to think of the moon. That's an episode for another time.
Totally. There's so much about the moon.
What even is the moon?
I feel like that's one of the biggest questions of our time is what is the moon?
Who is she?
What is it doing? Yeah. And why does she control so much?
There's a lot that she controls
cycles. And I'm like, that's really fascinating.
And the dark,
we're like given, like we're, what is it? Susceptible to her whims.
Yes.
I'm like, this sounds, I don't know.
It's a little out there. Volatile. Like the moon, Mars, and Saturn are used in a lot of occult rituals. And so
apparently a lot of times in movies, they will actually flash to the moon before someone dies, which is really interesting. And also the birthday cake was traditionally, like in ancient times, was to symbolize the moon. And the blowing out of the candles was actually the blowing out of life. So it's like an inversion. So now we have like a birthday cake.
It's a death ritual that you have on
your birthday.
I'm never having a birthday cake again.
Well, we don't do candles now. We'll do candles like outside, but we don't blow out our candles and make a wish. We kind of just
that's horrible.
Forego that part.
Oh, I'm getting chills because did you see? I don't watch horror movies, but I watched The Descent.
No, what is
literally while in it's an old one.
Okay.
While in a cabin with girls, which never watch a horror movie about a cabin full of girls while you're in a cabin with girls. That's crazy.
Probably not a good idea.
But in that movie, basically each time she blew out a candle, it was to represent one of the girls dying.
So it's totally
it literally was like an ode to that death ritual. And it was a horrendous movie because it was about the caves in the earth hosting these hybrid like man-eating creatures.
I feel like there's so much disclosure in movies. I mean, this is just what are they trying to tell us?
There was literally a tunnel that like they all went down. So they went down the descent, and then there were these creatures down there that would like eat people, but they were blind and deaf. They kind of looked like the same creatures in part 2 of the Mockingjay of the Hunger Games series.
Which I still haven't seen.
And you need to see it. Everybody make sure she watches the Hunger Games. I cannot advertise this series enough. Catching Fire, it like makes me cry. It's so beautiful. Ugh, it's just cinema masterpiece.
Yeah, and you just revisited this because you watched them when they first came out, right?
I watched them when they first came out. I
recently
got obsessed. Like I watched them over and over, like after my head injury.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
Like it just so the 3 things I would watch over and over because I felt like death all the time. So I could only like lay down
Oh.
and watch things.
Oh.
I was watching The Hunger Games. I was watching Legend of Korra.
Okay.
And I was watching The Good Place.
And I haven't seen any of those.
All amazing.
I'm so funny about movies. Like, I'm so...
Well, I don't even like movies or shows, but those ones are actually amazing. And then when I find something I like, I have to watch it over and over.
I'm the same way.
Because I'm not going to find new things to watch.
Yeah.
That means I might waste my time.
I'm super funny that way too. Because I like, Paul's like, well, I can't get you to watch anything. And I'm like, it's so hard. I'll try. But I'm like, usually 20 minutes in, I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, I gotta go like do some dishes or something. I don't know.
I don't want to waste my time watching something mediocre.
Yeah. I'm like, if I'm not drawn in the first 20 minutes, I know I have better things to do.
Yeah. Our time is precious. We cannot waste it on...
Because I have hung in there for some of these.
When you're hanging in there, that's a red flag. You're not supposed to hang in there for a movie. That's not the point of a movie.
This just reminds me of this time my stepdad and I were... Did you ever see Beloved?
No.
Okay, well, Oprah was in it, so already it's like...
Gag.
Already that's a red flag. But yeah, it was with Tandy Newton and I forget his name. Danny Glover? Yeah, I think Danny Glover.
Okay.
And so, but it's so weird. Tandy Newton plays like she's a woman, but she gets possessed by like a 2-year-old.
Ew.
And it just was so bad. It was just so bad. I don't even remember Oprah's role. But I remember my stepdad and I kept watching it because I think it got good reviews. I don't know how.
They paid people a lot of money.
They paid people. Yeah. There was definitely money involved. Some backroom deals. Yeah. But yeah, we just kept hanging and it just kept getting worse and worse. And I think we finally turned it off at like 20 minutes before the end, but it was literally so bad. We're like, we got this far, but we didn't even care. We can't finish this because it's so bad. And I can't believe we sat through this much of it.
It's like, and
it's awful.
So if you start to feel like you're hanging in there, turn it off. Yeah. It's not going to get better.
I learned from that experience. I was like, never again. Not worth it.
Yeah.
I could have done something so much better with that 2 hours of my life. So. But yeah, it is funny how like when I find something, I will watch it over and over. Like some of my favorite films, I've probably seen over 100 times.
Will love The Hunger Games.
Okay,
it will become a classic.
Well, the little clip that you sent me, because I love Stanley Tucci.
Oh my god!
I was like, what?
As Caesar. He is so amazing. His laugh, ha 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 ha. Like he's just iconic. I love him
blue
so
hair.
much.
Like cute. I like adore Stanley Tucci.
Me
he always
too.
plays these like really cool, like side role kind of thing.
He's just such a one of a kind energy.
Such a one of a kind.
He reminds me a little bit of like my grandpa from my mom's side. Aww. Like I don't know, it's just there's something about him that is just like nostalgic for me.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Aww.
I just feel a connection to him somehow. So I'm just like every time I see him, I'm just like, I love you.
I know, same. I just always get excited. I'm like, oh, Stanley Tucci's in it. Yay.
Yay. We love him. Hopefully
love him. I hope he's a good one.
Benevolent.
Yeah. I think maybe because he's never been in like a...
Yeah, he's not high up.
Yeah, he always has like little roles, or
he hasn't been given like
never
a
like the main
role.
Yeah, which I think is a good sign.
It's a good sign
for the most part.
Yeah,
but, yeah. Anyways, that was the Leo heart eclipse energy. I think I really like because like I know Leo can be difficult, and I think it's just because we know some difficult Leos. Like my mom was a Leo.
Oh yeah,
so that's rough. But
I think we both share that, in that we both have had, I think, our most difficult relationships with Leos.
Yeah,
because all of mine have been
evolved. That was the word I was looking for earlier. And if there's like evolved versions of these zodiac signs or unevolved. So I think we've just dealt with some really highly unevolved Leos.
Yeah.
And so go ahead.
No, I'm wondering, I'm just like, when will I see an exemplary example of a Leo?
Oh, and
a masculine Leo for me, because that's my
I'm so open to that.
Past with Leos has been tumultuous with the guys, but I don't know if I've even, actually I do know a really amazing woman Leo for sure.
Cool.
Who is like incredible.
Yeah.
And she's so regal.
I love
her energy is so she's such a giver, and she's like a teacher and very Christian. very just a pure energy. And
Mm.
she's just so like sparkly and shiny and otherworldly,
Oh,
and
I love
I've been
it.
obsessed with her. Like, she's a family friend, and I've
Uh-huh.
loved her since I was a kid. Just imprinted on her, and so that's like my positive Leo experience.
That's
But
fantastic. I think that
yeah,
shows us what's possible.
yeah, because she is so radiant.
You know who else is a Leo?
Who?
Is my second ex-husband. So my son's
Whoa.
dad,
Okay.
and that was rough. Because it's almost
Yeah.
like the unevolved Leo wants, they just want to be on stage and they want accolades for literally doing nothing, just for
Nothing.
standing
Just for
there.
being on
And I'm like,
stage.
well, okay, you got to do a little bit more. Do a little dance, sing something, but you just got to do something, take action on something. And yeah, you're not just going to get praised for
Yeah.
being alive. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what children. That's a child mentality,
Mm-hmm.
and we could go into that more. But Jordan B. Peterson talked about the chronically immature man archetype,
Mm-hmm.
but that was, yeah, unfortunately very similar to my
Experience.
ex-husband. Yeah, there
Yeah.
was so many other things that I won't get into.
I didn't even like correlate that we both have
But we
Leo
both have
ex-husbands.
Leo
I also have a
ex-husbands.
Scorpio ex-husband, which I'm
Oh,
like, but honestly,
okay.
yeah, that was rough too.
We just we we know how to pick them.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Hell hath no fury like a Scorpio scorned. And they don't ever they hold a grudge
They hold a
forever.
grudge
The grudge thing is actually
forever.
true. Like they'll never, it's just
Is
always
it?
there. There's just always an inkling of it. Like time will pass and they're still like, but you did that thing. And you're just like,
Whoa.
oh, okay. I'm like, I've moved on.
Let it go.
Yeah.
What is that
And
about?
actually, I didn't even do that thing. That's like a story that you made up because
That's
you were
kind of
so mad.
wild.
Yeah.
They just hang on to things. Which is
And
funny because they're the death and rebirth card in tarot. That's their card. But it's like,
well,
you need to let that grudge die.
Yeah.
Like, kill it.
Have a rebirth.
Have a rebirth.
And I think that, well, again, unevolved and evolved, because like highly evolved Scorpios are incredible.
Okay.
Like
it's the shadow of Scorpio.
The shadow of Scorpio is really dark, like underworld, the depths.
Yeah, the shadow of Scorpio will take you for a ride. Yeah. It's interesting because my first boyfriend, well, it was very brief, but he ended up being a heroin addict. I had no idea. Didn't know what a heroin addict looked like. But I was like, oh, needles. And he's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Like he was literally injecting himself with
poison.
I was like, oh, that's
poisoning himself.
That's very low side of Scorpio.
Very Scorpio. Well, because we have Scorpio. The lady that we worked with was Scorpio that exited recently.
That's right.
I mean, we can probably say names, but she poisoned herself for like 25 years.
That was a poison thing. Yeah.
So I think that is, they do poison themselves. They're like susceptible to addictive behaviors.
Addictive personality, because they live for intensity. And so if that's not integrated, like if they, because actually a really amazing healer woman that I followed for a while when I had Instagram, she ended up being, I think, a doula, and then she free birthed like, oh my God, like 4 or 5 kids, just like popping them out.
Whoa.
But she also had some indigenous heritage, and she was a Scorpio, and she was a recovered addict. Okay. So she went from being alcoholic and like doing other things to completely reforming and being this intensely like hippie mom.
Whoa.
Who is all about like freeing yourself of bras and society and regulations of all kinds. And so that's, I think,
she had
the healed side of Scorpio, where she's intense, but she's also like so authentic too. Like she grew out her lip hair and she was just like living her best life. And I'm here for it. I'm like, yes,
I
queen. And
love
she's
that.
beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's
Oh,
she's tatted, which is I think again needles. Like the Scorpio
yeah.
person probably has a lot of tattoos, and
Hmm.
that's or they are
Hmm.
inclined to get a lot of
Yeah.
tattoos, you know,
They have
because
like an affinity for needles.
yeah,
It's really fascinating.
it's so
This is
fascinating.
hilarious. But the lady that we worked with, she actually got her eyebrows tattooed on. Like she like
Wait, I had no idea.
shaved him and got him tattooed. I think is what happened, or whatever they did. But yeah, yeah, she had to like because the tattoos fade. I guess
The
she's like, oh, if
microblade.
I'd known, she's like, I wouldn't have done it. But yeah, she had to pencil them in every morning.
Oh,
So just another needle thing, which is kind of
it
funny.
is a needle
She's like, oh, I
thing.
just need to have my eyebrows tattooed on. I don't know. Anyways,
Should I talk about Neptune?
yes, talk about Neptune in retrograde.
Neptune retrograde. Well, it's funny because I didn't know much of what this placement or moving of this situation with Neptune meant, other than Neptune is aqua to me. It's got
Very aqua.
trident. It's dreams and illusions, I think, and it's watery. It's got some big, expansive concepts and archetypal energies. I think it is masculine.
I think so.
I get that vibe.
Like, yeah,
I think
King
Trident.
I do too. Well, King Triton, even from like
Yeah,
the Little Mermaid.
the Little Mermaid. I literally think of him.
I don't know why Neptune. I always think of blue when I think of Neptune because I think of the sea, too. And I just think it's like powerful sea magic. I don't know. I don't know why.
Powerful sea magic.
It's just my Neptune vibes. I don't know, and it's like I don't know. Pisces vibes.
It feels that way, doesn't it? I feel that way about Neptune.
Okay.
Like all those things, like kind of mermaids.
Yeah.
Those creatures, weird like squid people I saw are probably Neptunian. Neptune is in Aries right now, which is a fire sign, but it's a fire starter. It's the beginning of huge new
just energy,
archetypal shifts. It's actually it's the beginning of the zodiac, so it's literally a turning of an old paradigm into a new paradigm. So then that in Neptune with the retrograde is about justice, I guess, is what I've been told.
The trident.
So the trident has become like a mallet for people who have abused power, and they're getting theirs right now. And that's what's coming through in my cards, like really strong.
Ties in with Leo, because I think Leo is like abused power. The inversion of it.
Oh.
Where it's actually supposed to be in its nobility.
That's interesting.
And it's royal. But it's just been abused.
It can be abuse of power. Oh my God. Well, this is a non sequitur, but the Sphinx in Egypt is tied to Lyrans and Leo and the constellation and Mars. But I had this gal channel that the Sphinx is a time traveling device.
Ooh.
So inside the Sphinx is like a chamber that takes you different places in time. And that's awesome. I actually had a dream like that about she had a dream like that about the Sphinx.
Okay.
And then I think I was channeling her dream at some point and like having it confirmed.
Did you time travel in the Sphinx?
She did. She time traveled in the Sphinx. I haven't time traveled in the Sphinx, but I just find that really interesting.
It's just very interesting.
Neptune. But yeah.
Hidden technology. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They're just...
So, I don't know why time traveling is associated with Lyrans or cat energy. I feel like a lot of other constellations have that same power. Like, I'm sure maybe they all do to some degree.
I mean, I feel... Well... And I feel like we used to have that technology too.
Yeah.
But we obviously were deactivated. But yeah, maybe it's just a thing. Like just other maybe Lyrans were maybe they're more like expert in it or something. Like more
I know, it's interesting.
I don't know. That's another deep dive we'll have to look into. Curious.
Total non sequitur, but I just had to like go there for a second because I remembered it and I was like, this is interesting.
Is time traveling coming up? I feel like time travel
is coming up. Sorry, that's what it is, you guys.
Yeah.
I keep channeling time
I'm just like,
stuff.
I'm picturing like time traveling cats, and I'm like, this is so cute. Like they're like in a little spaceship time traveling.
Cute.
I could totally see, I don't know, just like kitties at the helm.
Oh,
they're just like, we're going through space because cats are magical.
Cats are so magical.
Yeah, I feel like they're time travelers.
Cats.
I mean, they have like ancient knowledge.
Oh, I was talking with somebody who said, oh, my cat would disappear and then reappear. Like he would go into like a different dimension and then come back.
And they do that. Cats will just disappear and you don't know where they go. And then they'll just reappear. And I feel like they're masters at hiding too.
The covert, the disguise, what is that? Where they go undercover. They're just like, incognito.
And very incognito.
Yes.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'm like, where's the cat? And he could just be like anywhere. And we'll look everywhere. And all of a sudden he's just like right there.
No,
like
they teleport.
And I'm like,
some of them do.
Yeah.
The magical ones do. Some cats are dumb. You can tell
dumb ones.
Which ones are.
Yeah. There's definitely there's cats that are special. Like I've had some special ones.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's the dumb ones, which are great for comic relief.
We love them.
We love them.
They're usually sensationalized on the internet, the dumb ones. So they have that going for them.
Me too. Maybe they're actually really smart. They're like, I'm gonna.
They know how to hustle.
Internet sensation by pretending I'm dumb.
That's funny because that's literally a cat. Cats get praised just for existing when they're like that. So that is the Leo energy.
Oh my god!
They're like, yes, just tell me how amazing I am because I'm just here and my tongue is sticking out of my eyes, or like you know, like or the grumpy cat or whatever.
Have you heard of like the orange cats? They call it one orange brain cell because orange cats typically are dumb.
So dumb.
And I've had a few, and I can
attest to it.
Attest that they are dumb. Like I had one that his name was Fluffy. When I had a female orange cat, which is really magical because female orange cats are so rare.
Super rare.
Tell me about that.
Yes.
So she had 2 litters of all orange kitties. So cute. But they were
so cute.
Yeah, but this one was a boy. His name was Fluffy. But he like slipped going up a tree one time, like slipped and like fell on the branch because he was just hanging over it. Like, how do you? Because most cats will like hang on.
Like just use your claws.
Yeah.
Like a cat.
But he was just hanging by his tummy. So his arms were over one side and his back feet. And I'm like, how?
Like a cat who got stuck in a tree, but like
slipped and fell on
you could probably get yourself out of that, buddy.
So my dad had to get the ladder. I was little and I was probably like 6 or 7, and my dad had to get the ladder and like rescue the kitty out of the tree. And it wasn't like it was high up. It was just like on a low branch. It just couldn't figure out.
So it's all very embarrassing for him.
Yeah. But he was really cute. He just did funny things. But he was smart though. It's like dumb smart.
Yeah.
Because we had squirt bottles and we'd spray them, if they were doing something naughty. And whenever we'd spray, he would duck his head so it would go past him. So he was actually kind of like Neo in the Matrix.
Okay.
Like, he's like, I can't climb trees, but I can dodge water bullets.
He has his priorities. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, this dimension, still trying to figure it out. But the other dimensions, I got dialed. The higher dimensions, I got dialed.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Cats are great. We love cats.
Highly entertaining.
Oh, so Neptune. Basically, Justice was coming out, and this is gonna segue into what we're gonna be talking about with the kings and everything. Mm-hmm. But it really is fascinating. I feel like because what has been needing to happen, I think, with the kings is like there needs to be justice and platform for the benevolent kings out there. And so I feel like with like Andrew Tate got arrested, which was really on point for Neptune retrograde. And I could go a lot more into that, but it also just feels like justice and retribution for those who've abused power overall. And yeah, it kind of feels like a turning of tables. The tables are turning.
Yeah, and I think that's part of that whole shift where everything feels.
It's part of the timeline shift.
Yeah,
it is
where things are definitely like
shift.
happening and going in a more positive direction. Everything feels a little lighter.
It does. It feels promising.
It does. Like there's actually some hope on the horizon.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Neptune and Leo to bring about Neptune and Aries and then the Leo eclipse to bring about justice.
Yeah.
That was surprising to me because I don't know, I would normally think Libra or something like that, but Libra is not showing up that way.
So, not doing anything spectacular right
I'm gonna take it. I'll just take this this astrology we're having, and I'm embracing it, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, really grateful.
Interesting.
Yeah, it feels like it's time. It feels like it's time for the good guys to win. Yay!
Yes, please. Oh my gosh.
And then I am pulling like archetypal water cards. It's funny because we were watching Moana, and then so I watched it with my daughter, and then I told her father about it, and he watched it, and he was like, I was crying, and I was like, which parts were you crying at? And he's like, all the songs. I'm like, you're crying at all the songs. It's like a musical. It's like all the movie.
Like I cried through the whole movie,
basically. But I actually cried when she met the ocean because that was so beautiful.
This is another movie I haven't seen.
Okay.
I've seen a snippet of it.
Yeah, it is.
I've seen it.
It is Disney, but it's actually good, unlike some other content they made. But
yeah, well, I mean, Disney has some.
I mean, they're channeling truths. Otherwise, people wouldn't be interested.
Yeah.
And Moana, in particular, is very Lemurian, and it's also so. It's so empowering and beautiful. It's just a girl in the ocean. There's no love story or anything like that.
Oh, that's like a first.
Yeah.
For a Disney movie?
Yeah, which is refreshing.
That is refreshing.
There's like real characters. It passes the Bletchel test or whatever. And she's not, I don't know. It's not about like beauty and meeting a prince or anything.
Like snagging the perfect man or something.
Yeah, that's not the plot. There's actually, it's a lot of Polynesian. I don't know if they're Maori people, but there's a lot of their legend and culture in it. And like real hula dancing and things like that. So really beautifully done.
Nice.
And my whole point bringing that up is like, I don't know, because she's royalty, but then there's royalty with the water and how different that is. Because it's like royalty, but you're not royal because you've conquered land and you've colonized it or whatever. It's like they're royal and they're guardians of the land.
Okay.
Kind of like Vikings, how Vikings used to be. So that's how I see Neptune, is I feel like they're guardians for water.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Water magic.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, should we get into it?
Sure. Fallen Kings?
Fallen Kings.
Well, we were theorizing as we were chatting. Were we texting or talking? Probably both.
Both.
Text, then talk, then text more. And then we're like, we should do a podcast about this. No, but we were talking about, I think this was a text thread, and we were talking about Fallen King, because we've had experiences with guys where it's like they were nobility in a past life.
Yeah.
Like they have royal roots, but they have gotten hijacked at some point and like forgotten. It's like they got attacked.
It's like Sailor Moon, like where they incarnate and they forget their past life memories, and then they have like a distortion of their higher expression.
Okay, who's the tuxedo man?
Tuxedo Mask, Damien.
Tuxedo. Wait, what's his name? Tuxedo.
Tuxedo Mask, because he wears
Tuxedo
a
Mask. Okay, I thought it was Tuxedo Man.
Tuxedo
Okay,
Man.
Tuxedo Mask.
I love it.
Another thing I haven't seen, another show.
Yeah.
Okay, Damien.
Damien.
Okay, but yeah, he's like this total noble guy from his
He's
original.
lunar royalty.
Yeah, but then he comes to Earth,
And
right? And he turns into this total.
Well, he's a butthole, and he treats his beloved like dirt.
Aww,
And
it's so sad.
but then when it's funny because he has the alter ego where he turns into Tuxedo Mask, but he doesn't remember when he's out of Tuxedo Mask identity who he is.
Okay, so Tuxedo Mask.
But Tuxedo Mask is a king.
Okay, so does Damien know?
So Damien doesn't know he's Tuxedo Mask
and
for
Tuxedo
a long
Mask
time.
Doesn't know either.
A big part of the series
like
is him retrieving the memory that he is.
Does he ever finally figure it out that like he
figures out that he's Tuxedo Mask, and then he gets all of his past life memories about like being married to Serenity and them ruling on their kingdom on the moon and having a daughter.
Whoa.
Yeah. But then I think at some point it freaks him out and he doesn't.
Okay,
he like avoids her.
Okay, this is making our theory, like this is validating our theory.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about the men that seem to have these noble past lives, it's like they still want to be treated like nobility, but they're so afraid to face their own shadow. Like they'll call us in because it's like they want to access that part of themselves again, but they're so afraid of their own shadows that they will tuck tail and run or do anything and everything that they can, the most extreme things, to sabotage it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, really? Did you have to go that far?
Right.
Like, did you have to torch it down that much? Like,
it's interesting. It's almost like they're testing how strong destiny is. Yeah. They're like, can destiny withstand my free will? And they're like, let me see if I can really mess this up beyond repair. And sometimes they do, because free will, this is my theory, because I do a lot of union readings for my channel, and that's just what I'm supposed to be doing, even though I haven't been in union. It's a whole thing. But the sacred union kingdom spouse partnerships, they're destined by God, but God's not going to override your free will. He made humans with free will. Yeah. So that is a spiritual law. And so I think some of these kings, if they don't want to do the timeline with their beloved, their highest divine, loving, organic timeline, if they want to create an alternate timeline for themselves, they're free to do so. Yeah. But I think it's almost like some of them need to test that to see. It seems like it. Yeah. It's like testing God. It's weird. It's crazy. It's like, why do you want to do that?
You're like, well, you asked for me. Like this, the divine union, right?
Called it in,
and then just were like, never mind, just kidding.
Yeah.
How can I torture you?
It is a very twin flamey push and pull with that dynamic.
Yeah.
So I think the twin flames, they either can go into soul union, kingdom spouse partnership and anchor in the 3D successfully, or they burn out with the push and pull thing, because one of them is a runner with the twin flame, because twin flames are so tumultuous. And originally, like when they first started coming in, it was looking really promising, but then a very small percentage of them actually ended up being successful because it got so compromised and infiltrated and hijacked and perverted, because that's what the Archon Matrix is supposed to do. It's supposed to.
Yeah. Like there's an attack on
these unions. Yeah. It's actually usually demonic interference that makes it so these couples don't make it.
Yeah. But I feel like the men are really targeted.
They like hardcore.
Yeah. Because they feel like
it's really insane spiritual warfare for men right now. And I feel like I could be maybe praying more about that, because I feel like I do a lot of spiritual warfare prayers, but only recently did I think to like, oh, I should be praying for the divine masculine, because I think they need that. assistance from the feminine and just anybody who will pray, really.
Oh my god, like all hands on deck.
All hands on deck. It's like, rough out there.
It's looking dire.
Really bad.
I mean, obviously there's women out there who like also need assistance. But for the most part, I feel like women are really doing better as a whole. Like I don't feel like we've been targeted in the same way. It's just like, well, because men are like a sacred masculine is really powerful, but that power has been distorted in such a way that like it's like the most ruthless man gets to the top. It's
the worst ones have the platform.
Worst ones get to the top. Yeah,
and the narrative like, and the power, especially.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you want to go into it yet, but like speaking of like the manosphere and like Andrew Tate, like we could get into that now if you wanted.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
it's a distorted masculine. Yeah, we can cover it all, but
yeah, it's so first of all, it's funny because I want to say the metaverse, the online world, the 4D Archon reptilian technology timeline is men are the most susceptible to it. Like I think men need to make stronger boundaries with technology. I don't like doing generalized statements about sexes, but when it comes to technology specifically, I think that women are less targeted than like the masculine as a whole is being attacked through technology.
Definitely.
And so I think Andrew Tate is just a great example of a culmination of that.
Yeah.
It's a very phallic, immature, narcissistic, red pill alpha, but actually beta male expression.
Yeah. Like behind closed doors beta.
Super, like, super insecure.
And my online facade is alpha.
Yeah. But it's very much like I put it on, but on the inside, I'm a shaking little boy. Like I'm scared.
Absolutely.
And you can tell that from his interviews. I will say, excuse me, I have to burp.
And he actually gives like temper tantrums. Like
he does throw temper tantrums.
I'm like, you're 4.
Yeah. And so Andrew Tate, I will just say he represents like a good portion of, I want to say, a landmine that maybe vulnerable or impressionable or confused young men and boys
looking for direction because they don't
fall for.
They're just really susceptible. Like they're lonely. They don't have purpose or direction. Like, and they're just so easy to like steer.
And here's the problem with our society. I think we're getting a lot of traction on the internet for distorted masculine representation. And that's been the driving narrative. Guys, what they see in advertisements and what they see in media and in government and in culture is an archetype that gets his power from making a lot of money, abusing women, and having a lot of women, and having a fancy car. And that means you've made it.
Yeah.
Right? So having that pumped into their brain for centuries isn't just going to go away overnight.
Right.
It's going to take like an awareness. But I feel like Andrew Tate, it was just funny because it's like what a little boy thinks success is like as Andrew Tate, because he literally...
Well, he's like, it's really the target audience is the young men, the young ones. And there's there's not a lot of great role models like online. Like I just feel like they're fewer and farther between. Or the ones that get sensationalized are the ones like Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I mean, he has 11 million followers on YouTube.
Excessive.
Which is quite frankly disheartening.
terrifying, actually.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
It's
Oh
sad.
my
And I'm
gosh.
sure some of those views are just shock factor. People are just surprised and they're drawn in by
Yeah.
the shock of it all.
Yeah, very true.
But
Like, how
he
can this be possible?
also, he was I think him and his brother were born in Canada or something, and then they were UFC fighters, maybe in Canada or in the US. All my knowledge on him is approximate because I don't care about him too much.
And
But
also fighting for the thrill of it, like UFC fighters. I don't know.
well,
Like, we're just gonna
that
watch
realm is already
distorted,
misogynistic.
masculine.
Like, I do think there is a lot of like, what's the word, like wife beating or like abusive partners by fighters. Like, that just kind of pulls over into their personal life, unfortunately, because a lot of them are really broken.
Yeah.
Not to generalize too much, but that is more of a problem in that arena.
Yeah.
Literal arena. And sense. So it's very Martian.
Very Martian.
And he stopped developing probably before he was 12 because he talks like a 12-year-old boy or something. But there's just videos of him like holding a machete, and he'll say things that are so outrageous. Like, I sleep with a machete at night. No woman on earth, not even with a machete, can overpower me. I am the most powerful, like talking like that. And he talks very general statements about how like women are dumber and they need to be at home and breed, but they're also men's property.
Women are dumber.
But he doesn't make sense about it because like biblically there is like a role that men should have archetypally where they're the providers and the protectors of their household, right? They're the head of the household because they're in a position of leadership. So it's a very like it's a spiritually designed, it's a big responsibility, but like I think he thinks that translates to when men are dating women, like you don't have to marry them, which is not true at all. Like women who are dating a guy don't need to be submissive to the guy they're dating. That's insane.
No, that is insane. We're like test driving this thing. Yeah. We're not committing to anything.
Like, if you're not,
like, I'm driving you around the parking lot.
Oh my god! Like who thinks that way? That's so wild. And then he has daughters, which is so sad. This is the most heartbreaking thing I saw was his interview where this guy was asking him. He was like, "What if a daughter brought home a guy like you?"
That's such a great question.
And he said, first of all, he said very weirdly that he would want his daughter to marry older. So he was like, oh, if she's 21, I want her with like a 50-year-old who's like very financially wealthy, which the wealth part can come without him being 50 years old.
There's like
30-year age
young
gap.
Millionaires these days. So go for the 30-year-old, not the 50-year-old.
It was just like strange. And then he proceeds to say that if that man cheats on her, she just needs to deal with it.
No.
And that was his mentality towards his own daughters.
She just needs to deal with it.
Yeah.
This is so like,
because he also thinks
archaic.
that if a man is providing for her,
he can do whatever he wants, basically.
Not only that, but that he would still die for her, that he has like loyalty to her even though he's cheating on her, which is a very strange pathology to
you could be loyal,
subscribe to
in this way, but not in this way. It's like we pick and choose our loyalty in this relationship.
Well, I'm like, really I think he's describing concubines or something. I don't know. It was very,
well, it's just like you're cheating on somebody. That's being disloyal, but you're being loyal by you would die for them.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, how can you die for somebody because you're so loyal to them and also be cheating on them?
Yeah, it's very twisted.
I don't think you can be that way as a guy. I think if you're having an affair with your wife, against your wife, you don't have the loyalty or care for her to die for her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think those two are exclusive. So it was just weird.
It was super weird.
And then he proceeds to say a bunch of other crazy things. But also saying that, a woman's life is pretty much pointless and has no meaning if she doesn't have children.
Oh, wow.
Which is, I mean, to each their own if you have kids or not. But for a man to say that is just hilarious. And
especially since women are kind of surpassing the men.
I mean,
in a lot of ways right now.
he seems to just pull things out of his ass. It's not logical.
Yeah,
like he's just going on a mental masturbation where he just yaps and says, like, puts his own foot in his mouth
constantly.
And so he thinks that men are smarter. He thinks that they work better under pressure, which maybe men work better under pressure. That might be a thing.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I think it depends on how evolved the man is, because it's like, again, we've seen Andrew Tate under pressure. It's not cute. It's a temper tantrum, right?
Not him.
And then, so like some men, other men. But then I see a lot of women who like were spinning so many plates and juggling so many things, and we're just like doing it. And I don't think we're crumbling under pressure.
So statistically, women are better at multitasking.
Yeah,
because we have to.
Yeah.
So if you've got a baby in one arm, you got to be able to do things with the other arm. Things need to get done. And then he was saying that he just wouldn't ride in a plane if a woman was the pilot. He wouldn't. He would want it to be a guy. And he also says that cooking is for women, so he doesn't cook food.
Okay. But a lot of the best chefs in the world are men.
Well, so it doesn't make any sense. Also, I'm like, don't you want to eat? Are you hungry?
Just kind of a life skill.
It is just a life skill to be able to cook.
Wow. Like, what happens if you don't have a woman in your life? Then what?
He's a very afraid guy, too. I guess he's been jumped 5 times. And then he had on his estate in Romania, because they lived in or are living in Romania, like 15 armed guards to protect him on his property. I think he gets a lot of death threats. Not too surprising.
Not
for the things that
he
said online repeatedly. He runs a Hustlers Academy, which is an online pyramid scheme that you can buy into. And it's a good percentage. I think it's like 50% commission for a $49 a month subscription to be part of his. But that's part of why he has so much traction on the internet, is because of the pyramid scheme. Like, a bunch of people are promoting him because they're trying to get a cut, right? And make money and build up on the pyramid.
They're there for the money, not him.
They're there for the money. So no one actually is like agreeing with or enjoying the company of Andrew Tate or Tristan Tate, who looks so punchable. The way he gels his hair and talks is just like, whoa. Trying to impress his older brother, just a spineless, gutless flip-flopper who just is still seeking the approval of Big Brother because Big Brother has all the money and talks big and
talks a big talk. Wow.
So they're kind of menaces to society. Andrew Tate also got arrested, and that broke the internet a little bit. It was just interesting because, he ended up being accused of horrendous crimes against women. And it doesn't surprise me. I mean, based on the things he's said, it sounds in line with somebody who would get arrested for what he was accused of. I don't know.
No one's surprised.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it is false accusation because the evidence hasn't come forward yet. But he was accused of being complicit in sex trafficking, even like pizza file stuff.
Yeah.
And rape.
Political ties.
And what else? Oh, so the reason that it flagged the embassy because he was holding a woman hostage in Romania who was a U.S. citizen. And that's when they decided to care, but they don't actually care. I don't think the government cares about justice for women. I think it's more a thing about, I think they want to control the narrative, actually. It's kind of a pissing contest between Andrew Tate and maybe the U.S. government, where they're just like, you're getting a little too out there. We need to put you in line to show who the big dog is. It's kind of the energy. I don't think they care about stopping trafficking or saving women from being
not
abused.
just suddenly care, like just overnight. Oh, we care now.
It's really
Yeah, it's curious actually.
It is weird.
I'm like, okay, are they just trying to distract us from something else?
I think it is a distract, an aversion.
Sensationalized. Yeah.
Because
that's going to get people's attention.
Okay.
And I'm like, but what's the other thing? What's happening over here?
So there might be something else going on because he met with Wesley Hunt, who's the Texas representative of the Republican Party or something like that.
Why is he like hanging out with these guys?
So he's starting to like get into the political arena.
Which sounds dangerous.
Yeah. Which is like, okay, well, if you're a criminal and you're good enough at it, you become a politician. So maybe that's where he was going with that.
Maybe we won't be surprised if we see him running for political office soon.
Yeah, maybe he'll be the next state representative. Yeah.
Oh, Andrew Tate's a senator now. Amazing.
I mean, I don't think Romania wants him, but he might do okay here. We'll find out. I mean, they kicked out Erica Kirk, so it seems like they have standards. Like, I don't think they want him there.
You know, actually, Romania is really beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I was like, actually, it's kind of someplace I wouldn't mind visiting.
Oh, the girl who was telling me about the Sphinx, she lived in Romania for a little bit.
Did she?
Yeah.
Did she say anything about it? I've only seen pictures. It's really cool.
She's just a nomad. She's traveled and lived all over. Okay. So I didn't ask her about Romania specifically.
I just feel like I don't hear much about Romania. Like, it's not.
I know, it's interesting.
Highly talked about. And when they're very protective of it, I'm not sure.
I can't even visualize what Romania really is like.
Yeah. I can't even describe it. It's just kind of otherworldly.
But
from what I've seen in pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But I don't know. I've never known anyone from Romania. And isn't that like isn't Dracula based in Romania? Like Transylvania, Romania?
Oh.
Isn't that? I'm always,
okay.
I hope I didn't get that wrong because I'm like not super great at geography.
So my feeling, based on nothing, is that Dracula was from Europe.
Which is, Romania's in Europe.
But I don't know where.
It's like Eastern Europe.
So he might have been from Romania.
I need to look this up after the podcast. So I'm like, I wish I could look it up now, but I don't want to mess up our recording.
Where did Dracula come from?
I know, sometimes I feel like I sound really dumb because I'm like, where is,
geography? I didn't do geography.
I didn't,
I could not tell you where things are. Northeast, southwest.
It wasn't my strong point.
Never eat soggy worms.
Yeah. Ours was never eat soggy waffles.
It was really funny because he gets arrested in just like a silly outfit.
Yeah, the purple shirt.
Yeah,
and like
with the loafers.
Tight pants and loafer. Yeah, I'm like, was this did he plan for it? Like, was this his getting arrested outfit?
It was a very sensationalized process. The whole arrest was very dramatic and filmed, but it didn't. But then he got like a slap on the wrist and he just got sent out on parole or something like that.
So I'm like, was this just all staged?
It was all very like sensational. Yeah. I don't think it was anything about like justice or.
I think it'd have been cooler if he just got like arrested, like they pulled him out of his house and like in his bathrobe or something.
I know.
Or like boxer shorts, like something, boxer shorts and loafers, just something like more humiliating.
Yeah.
But like he looked like he dressed up for it.
I mean, it was like was it like a collaborative shame ritual?
Oh yeah, that's a possibility.
It was weird.
Curious.
He passed off his phone to one of his like security guards during the arrest, and I guess they just
prepared for it.
Let that happen.
Okay.
They're like,
oh yeah, I'm suspicious.
Where did the phone go? What? Yeah, I don't know. It's all very bizarre.
Show business.
There was something. So what was really funny was Jordan B. Peterson made a video on Andrew Tate probably 1 or 2 years ago before he got arrested.
Okay.
And they were just talking about the archetypal development of masculinity in men. And so they were like, oh, he's stuck on the phallic stage, or he's just obsessed with himself and his own dick. Like,
yes,
it's just so it's like if a dick was a person, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the energy.
He
It's
embodies.
just like he is a penis
He's
of a
just a
person.
walking
I mean, he's
phallus.
more of a walking shriveled up ball sack with
Yeah,
the
he's
way
not an
he
attractive one.
looks
Yeah.
and talks and is. But
He just, to me, he thinks he's cool, but he's actually super cringe.
and
It's one of those guys.
he just, I think, wants notoriety at any cost.
Yeah.
So it's not about if what he's saying has any, but then people are like buying into it, which is the concerning
very concerning
aspect. And so I feel like you had something you were gonna say.
No, I just think he maybe represents to like a young boy's mind, because I feel like his audience is, well, I don't know his audience. 11 million people is huge.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel like the young ones are really susceptible. And I think maybe how old is he? Is he like in his 36?
I could not tell you.
Mid-30s?
He's bald.
Oh, I don't know. So, don't know how old he is. But yeah, I feel like he's maybe like more of like a mentor.
Yeah.
Figure to like younger men. But I think he probably, because we've gotten such a distorted, image through the internet, like you were saying, through social media and all the avenues of like what makes you successful, like power, money, like he embodies these things. So I think that like these younger guys are just getting it distorted. They're like, oh, this guy represents everything that we've been told about what makes you powerful and successful.
And there's a gross lack of representation of positive male role models, just in our culture, our media, purposefully.
Yeah,
it's so hard for guys to have guidance right now. And so Jordan B. Peterson was saying it makes sense that because in the initiation and the odyssey of male development, you're supposed to start to question authority. You're supposed to have a rebel spirit for a moment in time when you're in your teens.
Oh, that's lacking.
You're supposed to go against rules and society, right? So, and then that can backfire in terms of, there's that quote, which is, a boy not welcomed by his tribe will burn it down just to feel the warmth of the flames, or something like that. So it's like, there are those boys who take it too far because they were so ostracized and unappreciated, or they just, something went wrong. But I do feel like, a little bit of rebellion, which is what Jordan was saying, it's very healthy and natural for the male development, because they need to push against things. They need to figure out who they are. They need to find their identities. They need to establish a sense of individualism.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
which is very much the masculine development, is like, even in homeopathics, the cactuses and things like that, it's about individualism, finding yourself outside of the group.
Yeah.
And so that is an initiation that I think, so it's natural and healthy for boys to be drawn to guys who seemingly have gone against the system. Because Andrew Tate, he hates the government. He's also like weirdly terrified of the government and paranoid about it. He's a paranoid person. But I think what boys are interested in about him is he seems to have had one up on the government. He's got 5 passports. He's got like 20 bank accounts. He's got millions, and he has a fancy estate in some other country. Like, it seems like he's doing good for himself. And so they see that as a kind of success in which, like, I think they think he's conquered the matrix. He's transcended it. He's gone beyond.
Sounds kind of like a con artist to me.
But he is a con. Yeah. He's running. He's like running for his life from something. Yeah. I don't know if it's like the porn, the trafficking, or if it's like money stuff, or all the above.
But like on such a visible worldwide scale. Like, he's so visible.
Yeah.
It's just interesting if you're trying to run from something, but you're
also just everywhere.
Figure. Yeah, it's kind of a dichotomy. But
so it's it's not totally surprising from a psychological standpoint that boys would be gravitating towards him.
Yeah.
It's a problem if they consume his content and take that seriously.
Some of them have. I've seen footage of some of them that are just, yeah, they're like little mini tapes.
And it seems like the same way that a demonic spirit spreads is the energy. Like they take on the demonic spirit and they start almost like emanating that archetypal energy, but it's like it's so angry and it's so
angry and so like
embittered.
Angry little boy.
Yeah.
Like the temper tantrum, that like 3-year-old temper tantrum.
But then energy. These are adults, so it's like playing with matches.
Yeah.
In, I don't know, very flammable area of some kind. Like they're playing with fire.
Forest. Yeah,
gasoline. So there will be very real consequences to their little boy phallic fantasies. And it's just funny because it's like, you know, the race car driver, the UFC fighter, the YouTube star are all very little boy phallic archetypes of success.
Yeah.
And so it's sad because I think we need to just hold the mic and bring attention to archetypally the men who are representing the healthy divine masculine. And I think there's been an underrepresentation of that. There's been a great need for it. And it's sad because the guys who have the loudest mouths tend to put themselves in these positions of leadership. So it's crazy because even around here, right? Like we have guys leading men's groups who are predators. We have or wife beaters or whatever.
It's crazy. It's almost like to be expected around here. I mean, it's just like, whoa. And it's, I guess these types are attracted to those positions of power. They're the types that'll do anything to be in the spotlight, or
the same way that a pedophile will try to get around children, right? So it's like there's a predatory aspect.
Audience, they need the draw. Yeah, they need that, like, to be in a position of power where they can get their way. Yeah.
And so there was one guy that I really admired who embodied the divine masculine. Like he was a warrior, but he like was a safe container. He was dignified. He had morals and virtues, and he was amazing. And then he leaves to another country, and he's doing men work remotely, but he leaves us here with all these rapists. I'm just...
He was here.
He was here.
Oh, and he left?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he got away.
I know. So I was like, no.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that I really felt was a good representation of the divine masculine who also disappeared, and I'm sad about it.
No, we need more.
Yeah.
We don't want them to disappear. We want them to appear. Yeah, we were trying to think of like who we're like, do we know anybody that's actually embodying?
Well, those are two, and they're not around my life currently.
Yeah.
Sad.
I was actually trying to think. I couldn't really think of any, which is crazy.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
But it's, there was something I was going to say about that too. Online, I did want to say, if you're a boy or a guy and you're looking for a man to shout at you about how to be a man, you do not have to watch Andrew Tate. You can watch Pastor Mark Driscoll will probably yell at you and tell you how to be a man.
Do you want to be yelled at?
Yeah.
But in a positive way.
And 2819 Church, lots of energy. They're yelling. They're probably going to be yelling at you about how to be a man as well. Because everyone is feeling the deficit. Everyone's feeling the need for the kings to rise up, for benevolent masculine figures and archetypal blueprint energies to rise up. Because this is spiritual warfare. It's like, where did the kings go? It's like, I can feel that, especially around here.
Yeah.
And So that's some reference material. I was really just going I was going down the black hole or
The rabbit hole?
the rabbit hole,
which can turn into a black hole
which can
sometimes.
turn into a black
Yeah.
hole.
Depends on how far you go.
Jordan B. Peterson.
Uh-huh.
Because I was like, oh, he's making commentary and he had really fascinating insights on masculine archetype because he's a very educated man. Like
very
he's a
logical
philosopher, theologist. I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
He's educated. And what was was I was laughing my butt off because I was watching this video. It was Jordan B. Peterson versus 20 atheists. It was so funny because the first guy to take him on ended up arguing. He Uno reversed him. Jordan Uno reversed this kid to the point that he was arguing to Jordan's
side
that everybody's religious. It was so funny. Like,
oh my gosh.
An atheist goes face to face with Jordan, ends up arguing with Jordan about how everybody's religious. It was really hilarious.
I
like
missed that one.
He is like such a labyrinth mind maze of a guy. If you try to argue with him about the existence of God, it will backfire.
Oh, yeah.
But he seems to have gone in a different direction. You mentioned he seemed to.
I don't know. Well, I haven't followed him in a while, but I used to. Actually, Akasha's dad was really into him.
Okay.
And so he watched a lot of Jordan Peterson, and I was like, oh, this guy's really logical, which appeals to because I tend to be more logical and like rational in my thought processes.
Yeah.
I mean, I have like my dreamy, magical side, but I'm also like, when it comes to like how I actually think,
yeah,
I think I'm just a very logical. I hear that from guys a lot. They're like you're talking to a guy sometimes because they're like you're so logical. I'm like, I know it's weird. I think it's because I hung around a lot of guys growing up. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can exist in that space and work in that energy
But like I love that in a man because I feel like men are. That's actually hard to find in men nowadays because I feel like men used to be the logical, rational, reasonable ones, and now men are so overly emotional. And do you have something funky?
Yeah, I was like, what is in my drink? Oh, like multiple floaties. I don't know what that is. I hope I'm not poisoned.
Maybe it's just like, did you have tea or coffee? I'm like, what did you
I'm going to investigate that later. It looks so gross.
But your face was priceless. I'm like, what's happening?
What is in my coffee?
Is it like coffee grounds?
Oh no, it's gross looking. Look at this.
Wait, I gotta see this. Oh, it's like that's fascinating.
Like, what is that?
Wait, what did you put in your coffee? You have cream?
It almost looks like beef. Like somebody put beef in my cup.
Did you put cocoa powder in it?
I put brown sugar in there. But that's not brown sugar.
I have no idea.
Oh, you know what?
What?
It might have been from my chocolate croissant.
I was gonna say it looks like chocolate.
I really hope so. But there's like a weird bug looking thing. What is that? Okay, continue with what you're saying.
What was I saying? Oh, logical. So I really appreciated Jordan's take on a lot of things. I was like, this guy is so rational. This is like fantastic. But I don't know what happened. I think in the last couple of years he like went off the deep end. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But apparently he just got a bad rap suddenly. Like, what
is this?
It looks like a piece of croissant.
Okay, it's croissant.
It's croissant. Did you dip croissant in there?
I did. It looked like a worm. I was like, oh. So yeah, he went vegan, which was weird.
Oh, and then that never helps matters.
I think most guys shouldn't be vegan, personally.
Well,
because your brain runs on fat.
It does.
Like we all need to have healthy fats, like a lot.
It's brain food.
Protein and fat to make our brains work. And then also guys are they burn through energy reserve. They need a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So, and then they're on that 24-hour hormonal cycle. And I think that guys they need to have like something in their routine daily to keep them sharp, keep them structured, keep them from falling into, because idle hands are the work of the devil. I think men need to set up a routine so that at least maybe like 5 days a week they're pushing themselves in some way.
Yeah.
Because it's like you use it or you lose it with the 24-hour testosterone cycle. Like you gotta just like every day include something in that so that you're not succumbing to the lower impulses of just like smoking weed, watching TV, and eating junk food all day.
Yeah.
Because I know that can be a temptation for guys. Is like, oh, I'm gonna check out, and they can dissociate.
Energy has to be directed in like productive things. They need to be productive.
And then weed also is shooting out it's burning through guys' testosterone reserves.
Oh my god. They're so feminized. You can tell like a hardcore weed smoker because they're so feminized.
It's sad.
We're like surrounded by effeminate men here because I think so many of them smoke
because of
way
all
too much weed.
Marijuana.
It's just too accessible. And
it is. It's gotten way too strong. I've talked about that before. I have so many opinions on weed for that reason. I think it's been co-opted, heavily distorted.
Like when they legalized it.
And hybridized beyond repair. Just so sad what they've done with ganja, because ganja is medicine, but they've messed it up.
Yeah. When they legalized it, they like distorted it.
Well, when the government got a hold of it. That's when it went wrong.
Exactly.
Never let the government get a hold of your drugs. This is rule number 1.
It ends badly.
And Jordan B. Peterson, so yeah, I guess he went vegan, and then that's probably when there was less fat going into his brain, so he probably started to say some outlandish things.
We'll blame it on the veganism.
We'll blame it on the veganism.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm curious, because I stopped watching before that happened. So I just kind of like rumors through the rumor mill. I heard that he like kind of went off the deep end and got a little like kind of crazy, almost like he lost his mind a little bit.
Oh,
which is weird. So I don't know. Have you like listened to any of his recent stuff?
I tried to watch one of his newer videos to compare it to his older stuff, because his older stuff is awesome.
It's great, and he seems like he's clear-headed.
I just couldn't. Yeah, for his new video, the most recent one that he posted. He was trying to talk about how to spot a psychopath.
Okay.
On the first date.
Okay. That sounds,
which is a catching title.
Useful.
I was like, that's interesting.
Good to know.
I'm going to watch this. Yeah. And then I tried watching it, and it was so convoluted. I just had to leave, because I don't think he even stayed on topic. I think he just like, it wasn't even like he went into a philosophical or like theological contemplation or like deeper exploration. It was almost just like he totally lost track of what he was talking about.
So weird. Okay, so do you think that, so here's my thing, because I can't compare, but just from what I've heard and like how he was before, like, do you think he's been, like, do you think they got to him? Like, has there been some kind of like weird,
I was looking,
like MK Ultra thing?
I was looking
happening?
Because he looks different.
Okay, that's just like,
he looks rough.
Such a sign right there.
Because before he looked good.
Yeah,
he's an attractive man. And then like Salt and Peppery, Love Me a Scholarly Daddy,
Silver Foxes, into it.
And then his most recent content was like
unhinged, like a little, or like you said, scattered. Almost like there's been some sort of like a mental
decline of some kind. Like
and maybe a little more than just the veganism. I mean, although there is a thing like end stage veganism, you can tell when someone's been vegan for way too long, because their brain is definitely like lacking nutrients and fuel. But I don't know. This almost sounds like I'd be curious to like look at some of his recent stuff and maybe dive down that rabbit hole more to see what happened. Because I'm like, what happened?
The content he's producing, like they have very heavy titles. Like he's like covering stuff that's intense.
Okay.
In the titles. But then the way he goes on, it's just like, whoa. Scattered. Like what just happened?
Whoa.
Do not know. Like it was a black hole listening to him talk. I just could not tell you what transpired.
Curious, because he started getting really popular, and I know that they don't want people like that getting too
And there was some really
popular.
weird, like the beginning of the video had this really weird, like ominous music or something,
Really?
and then like him talking with like subtitles, like just it was just subtitles on the screen in black and white letters, talking about like his past and like how he got here and how they were going to do this format as an ode to his old videos, but then the videos are nothing like his old content. It was really strange.
Sounds super weird.
It just sounded, I don't know, co-opted a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's going on, but if you are a guy and you want to listen to Jordan B. Peterson's old stuff, it's really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like Wayne Barkus, he is lesser known, but I really enjoyed his content when I was on Instagram. And he did a Sacred King is I think his Instagram handle, but then he also was doing men's retreats like in California and things like that. So Wayne Barkus. Barkus. Wayne Barkus, I love a comeback story. And I feel like he was like a king because he is a king. He saw where he was failing. Like he had a failed relationship. He had a daughter with that woman, I think. And he was an alcoholic and he was a construction worker. And he was using like his job and drinking to just check out of his life. And he wasn't being accountable for his choices. And then he basically got this girlfriend who was meditating every day and she just started working on herself quietly and he followed suit, and it was kind of through her that he started to make huge changes, and suddenly he's like 180'd and now he's helping a bunch of men like somatically and through rituals clear out their stuff quite successfully from what I've researched about him. And so I feel like that is an example of what can happen when a guy
chooses that path as opposed
so
to the, like,
crazy, like what
like
the potential is there. And I feel like when
so it's
a choice, like I think we saw that kind of potential in leadership in the guys that we've been with. And so like we weren't delulu for seeing that. I think when you're an oracle, when you're a divine feminine and you can see the higher timeline of who a masculine is, it's a little tricky.
It's hard because you're seeing that and then like, oh, but wait,
you fall in love with that
and up as that in the 3D.
Or like I think also false advertising, like the product didn't match the brochure. That can happen too, where a masculine is like hiding all of his toxic parts and just showing you what he wants you to see.
Yeah, that's so common.
Which is unfortunate. Yeah. It's very much like the peacock or the like bird that does kingdom. The dance. And they're like, hey, mate with me. I don't have parasites or whatever. Yeah. And then they end up having parasites and it's sad.
Yeah.
Anyways, see the potential.
Yeah. Total false advertising.
False advertising.
I like Primal Nordic. He's on Instagram, but I showed you him, right?
Yes.
Just living in Nordic land. Yeah, because he's like a really Viking. So seeing like what total sacred masculine, like just embodying it. But he's not really well known. I think that he just kind of slowly grew he was just kind of showing what he was doing because he also was like an addict, like alcoholic mess. And I think he's been sober for like 10 years now, but he was definitely going down the wrong path. Like he's like, I was listening to like black metal music, like heavy, dark.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, just really dark path. And he has like before and after pictures, but he's just he's so divine. But it's because of like what he embodies. Like, I guess he came clean or got clean, bought a farm. I don't know where he lives. It's somewhere like I don't know if it's like Norway
it's beautiful, wherever it is.
Yeah, Finland. I don't know, whatever those Nordic countries are. But yeah, and he's married, I think, or has a woman. Like I think they've been together for a while. And yeah, just everything he talks about masculinity is so spot on, and yeah, it's just beautiful. And his pictures are beautiful too because he's like, I think he's kind of built everything. He's got a farm. He just wears a lot of
Yeah.
like natural fibers. I don't know. I just like I love even his
Going back to the land.
yeah, back to the land.
Getting sober, going back to the land.
Yeah, and like doing what men used to do. They just used to men.
They
Like
used to
he's
men.
naturally strong. I don't know. It's just
Well,
using an axe, you know, like cutting firewood.
he literally was
building.
like a chop wood, carry water type guy.
Yes,
Like
carrying
he
water.
just
Yeah,
went back to the basics, the
he
elemental
did. He
basics,
went
but
back to
like
the
being magical and enlightened about
super
it.
magical. So he's fantastic. Just always has really good messages for men.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, I don't know how to say his name. It's like I think his account is eyes in. So it's like
Okay.
eyes and then it's like underscore in, I think, or eyes dash in, something like that. But his name is it's like close. It's like Isan or Isan.
Okay.
I don't know how you say it. It's IHSAN. So he's like, that's his name.
Eisen?
But then he has it might be Eisen. So it just sounds like Eisen.
It might just be Eisen.
Eisen. Yeah, I think you're right. So I think it's Eisen. He's great. He's got some really like he's super authentic too. Like I think that's the thing about these guys. Like they're not putting on a show.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like peacocking. It's just like really authentic messaging and like super empowering. They both just embody like super divine masculine traits. And so those are my favorites, I think, right now.
That's
Because
awesome.
they're hard to find. They're actually hard to, they don't just show up in the algorithm. Like I feel you have to go pretty deep and then they'll start to show up.
Like unusual when I can find one.
Yeah.
Keep popping my mic. I'm sorry,
like treasure
everybody.
hunting. Like I found one.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's pushed into the algorithm, unfortunately, is like the Andrew Tates of the world. And, oh my gosh, that guy Clavicular was who's all about looks maxing. And I'm like, we don't give a shit. I'm sorry. I saw a guy. Did I tell you I saw a guy who probably is a fan of Clavicular? He was on the corner of like the main street that we have here, and he was literally just like posing.
Oh.
And then just like going into like different poses and just kind of like waiting to be noticed.
Okay.
Which I guess it was so bizarre. And he had like the outfit and the glasses. I was like, oh my God, you must follow Clavicular on Instagram because you're clavicularing. It was just like I was like, oh, I know what he's doing. He's looks maxing. And I was like,
maxing.
Are you trying to it's like the bird, like you said. Yeah. I was like, are you just trying to attract women this way? Like they're just gonna come up to you because you're doing what you're doing. I mean, it was just so bizarre.
That's really weird.
It's weird. And he was younger. It was like teenager. Like I think he was probably like around 17 or 18.
Yeah.
Under 20.
It's kind of weird, these male dominated spaces. So like the gym, this gym guy on Instagram, he's super buff. He'd go total gym bro, like works out every day, pre-workout, creatine, whatever. He was like, I came to get buff to attract women, and he said, I found out that a bunch of guys here are gay. Or they're actually just like obsessed with each other and what they look like. Yeah. And so it's interesting that like red flags go up for me when guys are too obsessed with what they look like.
Definitely.
Because that's the phallic energy of like, I'm so into myself. It's like, it's almost like when those guys that like when when they're having sex with you and they're just looking in the mirror,
oh my gosh,
that kind of energy of like they're so into their dick, like it's all about their dick.
Yeah, like if they're filming it, they're just filming their dick the whole time.
All about the glamour. It's all about them, and it's like, oh, like you could just be narcissistically effing yourself right now, and like I don't even need to be here. I'm just a prop to your whatever's going on with this.
To like prop up his belief that he's actually into women.
I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
And then there's the cuddlefish archetype of the guys who like pretend to be gay just so they can touch up on women because they're too this is less common, but like they're too shy or
I feel like
they
it's more
don't
common
have.
now, though.
Thank you. It's a more of a problem now
Yeah.
where like
Mm-hmm.
guys will start to take on gay traits so that they can infiltrate women dominated spaces
Yeah.
safely without
Mm-hmm.
being questioned so that they can be around women, but like in a pervy weird way.
Yeah. It's like a
And
very cowardly
it's
approach.
so cowardly and it's so gross. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna try to shoot your shot with women, but you're that afraid of rejection, go to therapy.
Yeah.
Do something to archetypally like make yourself a better person so that you don't have to do that because
Right.
that's
Just,
so weird.
it is super weird. That's like the opposite of what you want to be. You want to be going in the direction of more manly. And I
Yeah.
think that they've just been fed the, what is it, the toxic masculinity.
So that's the problem is like, oh, people think that, oh, I need to be the counter to Andrew Tate. I need to
Mm,
feminize and beta male
yeah.
myself. And it's like,
That's way too
no,
far the other direction.
it's not even like a direction thing. It's like he's not even a real archetype of an alpha
No,
male.
that's exactly it. He's like
He's a pretender. He's kind of,
it's a shadow masculine or distorted masculine, a
it's
pseudo masculine, like
pseudo,
a
it's
pseudo
fake,
alpha.
a pseudo alpha, an
Yeah.
alpha wannabe.
Yeah.
And another thing that is a red flag is like the guys who need to convince themselves that they're good guys by saying to everybody around them all the time, I'm a good guy. Have you ever had that? I've
Yeah.
had that with two
Or I'm a good
partners in my
boy.
past where they get good boy.
Tell
Okay.
me that's like weird because the beta male thing now. Tell me I'm a good boy.
Ew.
And I'm like, that's childhood trauma issues.
Yikes.
Like that's
Okay, you want me
mommy
to be your like
issues.
mommy mistress or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, you didn't get that as a kid, so now you're trying to like make up for that. But I'm like, I'm not your therapist, I'm not your mom.
So because I've just mainly been with criminals, the guys who keep saying I'm a good guy, it's like a problem. It's
You're like
coming
trying
from
to
a pathological guilt place.
I'm like, are you trying to convince me or yourself?
Yeah, so they're trying to convince everybody, including
Yeah.
themselves, that they're
Yeah.
good guys. So they need
Mm-hmm.
to say it.
Over and
And
over.
so just a warning to women and men everywhere, if you're a guy, you don't need to say you're a good guy if you're a good guy.
Yeah.
And if you're a woman and you're hearing a guy say he's a good guy, please run the other way
Yeah.
because they're never good guys if they keep having to verbally affirm
Well,
I'm a good guy.
You have to announce anything. It's just like a
It's
total red flag.
red flag.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's where your wounding is.
It's like playing house. Like they want to like, okay, I think I'm a good guy. So for this scene, I'm a good guy.
I'll play the good guy. Yeah, just so we're on the same page. Oh my god.
And then they're not.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a mess.
It's a problem. And this could segue into our next topic, which is like what makes people like Andrew Tate. I feel like a big contribution to that archetype is the porn industry.
Oh, yeah.
So I do want to talk about that a little bit because I think it's a problem.
Huge problem.
It's actually, America is the largest, I want to say, like first world consumer of porn. Mm-hmm. And producer of it, I guess. We're
consumer.
Like a consumer.
And probably producer. Definitely consumer.
Definitely consumer. Yeah. And so the porn industry is also, you cannot untie it from the pizza files. You cannot untie it from trafficking. Yeah. You cannot untie it from domestic and sexual abuse and assault. So, and what happens is these guys who are addicted to it, they fry out their dopamine and they need more extreme things to get the same hit. And so they go harder, like more into hardcore stuff, and it gets more and more perverted disturbing. And demonic. And then pretty soon they're on a watch list or something. But yeah, it was interesting. Like the only date I went on after my divorce was with the guy who was a coach who rehabilitated guys from porn. and he had a really high success rate.
It's actually crazy that there has to be a rehabilitation
Coach.
now. Like that's how severe it's gotten.
That's how bad it is.
But there's like recovery programs for men from porn. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa, this is like a substance abuse, but like on an energetic level.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a addiction. Mm-hmm. But it's worse than an addiction.
Yeah.
It's like it's I want to say it's a spiritual demonic attack, like on your body and mind.
On your soul.
On your soul, on your essence, your very being, because you're defiling yourself to the degree that like these guys in these addictions, they cannot feel good about themselves anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because they're so compromised.
Well, I feel like the sexual shadow is like humanity's darkest shadow.
It is.
And it's also it's those lower like impulses, like you were saying. And it's also like, it's the easiest to manipulate. And it's also like the entry point for the dark forces to get in.
Yeah.
When you're in like sexual union with somebody and it's not sacred, I mean, all kinds of things can like attach and come through. I don't know what that was.
That was so weird.
I know. I'm like, what the? I'm not sure.
Okay.
We get
supernatural activity over here, you guys.
You know, it's like a regular occurrence.
This is more than a croissant in my coffee. This is the real deal. So what I wanted to say about the corn industry too is that they're trying to normalize it with websites like OnlyFans. It's making it kind of come out of the corners or streets of society, right? Or the underbelly, the like hush hush whatever, and it's like trying to bring it into like mainstream. Like corn is trying to be mainstream, and then AI is assisting with that because AI is its algorithm is designed to perpetuate a bunch of sexualized underage girl images on guys' social media profiles, which is why I strongly advise that a guy who wants to like stay the path needs to set hard boundaries with social media and with technology in general, because that's the way that guys are getting targeted now. It's like perpetually getting these advertisements or exposures with these photos.
Yeah, and they're so visual, guys. I mean,
they're very visual.
Like, I mean, they know what they're doing, obviously, the people that are trying to target these men, because they're so susceptible.
And then these poor women or girls that fall for the idea that being a sex worker is romanticized or a good idea or glamorized, like that movie Pretty Woman.
Yeah,
and how they were like, trying to like Disney made it, and of course they did. And they were trying to make it seem like being like a glamorous prostitute was just like a fun,
like a fairy tale, like, oh, you'll meet your
fun cute thing where you wear cute outfits and
then your Prince Charming will come pick you up off the street and whisk you away into his little wealthy.
So crazy.
It was like a happily ever after.
It was like a princess story, but with a prostitute.
If Cinderella was a streetwalker. She snagged him with the
She was a cheap whore. Oh it was so weird.
Cinderella.
I lost my crown.
I don't know what that was.
It's gone now.
You gotta pick up your crown.
Do I? I could just go without it.
Oh, okay.
And so that's exactly my point. And also, there was this woman who became viral because she tried to break a world record for sleeping with the most guys in 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And my thought process was she probably didn't let them kiss her, and they probably all had to wear condoms. I'm hoping they all got STD tested beforehand. But basically it was like 100 men in 24 hours.
I mean, what?
And she had an OnlyFans. So it was a whole thing. And it was really sad. Like, she was getting interviewed and she was crying. And she was like, at some point, I just dissociated,
Oh my
because how
gosh.
traumatic.
That sounds soul crushing.
It's soul crushing. And I'm like, you're literally. So, like, there's a reason sex is supposed to be held sacred. If it's not, you're taking on all of that person's karma, you're taking on all their stuff.
Yeah.
And you are energetically creating contracts and cords with them. And I feel like women are more aware generally of the weight of these interactions than guys are. I think guys think that they can get away with sleeping with a bunch of women and having less consequences, especially because that's just so part of our culture. But I think overall for men and women, it's incredibly detrimental to do casual sex. And it's so crazy how much that has been sensationalized and pushed in our culture.
I feel like that started in the 80s.
Did it start?
There was actually maybe the 70s. No, actually 60s was like free love. Never mind. So 50s was very prim and proper, buttoned up, but I feel like stuff was happening behind closed doors.
Well, obviously.
Like, actually, there's really a funny, well, it's not funny statistic, but it's kind of funny, where I think 40% of men were sexually active before marriage, like in the 50s, and only 2% of women were. So I'm like, that is a lot of busy women. I'm just like...
Wait, that's hilarious, because
it's like a statistic. Yeah, I was like, that's
honey,
some women working overtime. These were like the original OnlyFans women, I guess.
Either some people are lying or some women are working really hard.
Yeah, because I'm like, whoa. But those yeah,
stop those
small
numbers.
handful of women were really getting around. But yeah, the 60s then became like a total 180 from that. It was like free love,
okay,
the hippie movement, kind of a whole, the pendulum swing.
Right, the, because it was so repressed.
Reserved and repressed.
But it was a problem in that I think people they weren't getting with people that they actually love.
Yeah, no, it was like, it was almost still arranged marriage. It was almost flavor back then. Yeah. It's kind of like, and they were getting married way too young, like right out of high school. I think it was almost a way to escape the family for some women.
It was kind of just like you're out into society, was just to get married and get out.
That was the point. Just go have a, like, go get married and have babies.
Right.
And have the man support you. Which
it's not, and I don't think they just could have the freedom or autonomy or spiritual awareness to pick somebody that was going to be genuinely a good lifelong partner. Yeah. I think it was just kind of a contract for the sake of
procreating and
the timeline of, okay, and this is what you do now.
Yeah. And you just have kids to carry on the family legacy or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then the 60s was completely a little kind of overboard in the other direction, like just sleeping with whoever, like the free love. And then the 70s, I don't know. I think the 70s kind of reel it back in a little bit, but that's when the feminist movement started. So then I think that was the beginning of the man eating. You know what I mean? Sorry, I forgot to turn my notifications off.
Yeah, so I was a feminist for a while. And it's like there's the pitfalls for the guys and then there's the pitfalls for the feminine. And I fell into that. I stepped on a landmine. And I thought for a while that feminism was the answer, that what was wrong with men was they were being too man-like, which wasn't what was going on. But we're kind of told that's what's happening by feminism, is men are just out of control because
feminism is really misleading.
It's very misleading. Yeah. It was completely co-opted. And then there was a really great Joe Rogan. Another interesting, I don't know, he's not like, I don't see him as like a king, but he is good resource material. If you want shock factor, if you want a guy to yell at you, perfect. We love a Joe Rogan. He did an interview with a woman who talked about the fallacy of feminism and how the whole voting thing, none of the women wanted to vote because they were actually above the governmental paradigm or matrix, they were beyond it.
Yeah.
Because we know now that the government is a type of enslavement. So if you're abiding by their system, you're in their system.
Yeah.
Which the best thing for a woman to do is to be beyond it. So none of the women wanted to vote because they were like, first of all, if you're...
That's a hoax and we don't want a part of it.
It was a hoax. It was a trap.
Yeah.
And the ones who gave women voting rights, it's hilarious. They did a vote for if women should vote, but they wouldn't let women vote because all the women were voting no, that they didn't want to vote. So the whole voting thing was a scam because they voted that women should vote, but all the ones who were voting were liberal men and like gay people and like weird occultists.
Okay. Strange.
So there you have it. That's like the history of women voting. Like, I'm not saying that there were things that we shouldn't have got. Like, I'm grateful to drive.
Yeah.
Love driving. I don't think voting was like a win for women.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Where was I going with this?
Well, we were talking about
feminism.
Yeah.
So then the feminist movement was just kind of a hoax in a lot of ways, or it was co-opted, or it was they were rewriting history books.
Yeah.
To fit their narrative, which is getting into some dangerous, weird territory.
Well, I feel like that was also like the attack on men, part of the attack on men. Like, let's turn women on them.
Oh, yeah. And so it was also... Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just thinking it was part of, like, we started getting fed that, like, men are toxic, masculinity is toxic.
Right.
And so I think that kind of, like,
demonizing the masculine.
And I mean, it was effective because look where it's gotten us, you know? I think that, like,
they've successfully like dismantled and broken, I think, the family system.
Yeah, I think that was a huge part of it.
That was an attack on the family.
Like the nuclear family.
It was a hit from both angles because then you had the eugenicists that were pushing a very sterilized, abusive family dynamic. So they were like, don't touch your babies after they're born. Don't give them affection. They were trying to raise like Archon, like reptilian robot slaves. So they were encouraging these nuclear families to basically abuse their children from birth. Neglect. And also give them formula and like all this gross stuff, like poison them and don't give them affection. And also...
put him in a crib across the house and let him cry it out.
Yeah, there was like really weird nuclear family programming happening around the time that they also were like pushing the like the wave of the feminists were coming in,
and then birth control came in, which also then that just like screws everyone's hormones. Then you're attracted to the wrong people. Just messing it all up.
Yeah, it messes up your pheromones, so you're not attracted to the same smell or the same archetypal guy when you're hormonally messed up.
You're more attracted to beta males, supposedly, when you're on birth control.
Insane.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that there are a lot of women now who are catching on to the problems with birth control, because I went into psychosis on my birth control. It poisoned me. And there was another woman who had the same birth control I did, which was the Nexplanon arm implant. Hers burst in her arm and almost...
You told me about this.
Killed her.
That is terrifying.
And she's still dealing with the aftermath of that because she just had all that progesterone just almost, it went into her bloodstream. And
that's crazy.
And then that same birth control was giving women, I think, brain tumors.
Oh my God.
So they're coming out with the dangers of birth control. And then you're finding out that PP or Planned Parenthood are taking aborted fetal tissues and experimenting on them.
Yeah.
So like with Kamala Harris, she was a part of this underbelly. She was investigated by this guy. I wish I could get his name because he's a king for what he did investigating this. And she was funding this research project, and they were, I mean, it was just creepy evil scientist stuff where they were sewing the scalps of rats onto the scalps of these aborted fetuses to see if the hair would grow. Like, it was really gross. Like, that just demonic.
Disgusting.
And
like satanic rituals.
It is satanic rituals. And then, you know, they're also encouraging a bunch of abortions because they use those cells for keeping our Hollywood people young and looking fresh with whatever. I don't know if they put it in smoothies or what, but you know, they're just drinking.
They talk about it. They put it like in skincare.
Yeah.
It was like trendy with like celebrity women. They're like, oh, I use like foreskin cream from like the circumcised boy. Yeah, it's just so weird. But they make it like trendy, so normalize it so people aren't weirded out by it. I'm like, no, that's weird.
Yeah, they all have to foreshadow or plant little hints or allude to things, like with Kim Kardashian's vampire facial or her bloodbath that she did. What? It was like a whole. It was like, I think they were testing the audience to see how intelligent and critical thinking their audience was. Like, if they're dumb enough, we'll let them in on more or whatever. Yeah. And so women on birth control, well, it's interesting because there were natural forms of birth control. I couldn't tell you if they work or not because I forgot mine. I was doing a natural, I was doing like the Queen Anne's lace protocol.
Oh, yeah, the wild carrot.
But then I forgot it on my honeymoon or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you know, well,
it only takes once.
God had other plans for my life.
No, I learned that if they want to come through, they're going to come through in the most, like, unlikely of circumstances.
And she had foreshadowed her arrival a few years prior, and then like a year prior, like they just kept having like shamans and people tell me like, you're gonna have a girl, and I'm like, yes, I know. And probably 10 years later, right? And they're like, sure. But so, and then cotton root bark is like, if you think you've been implanted, you can.
That's kind of like a natural plan B.
It's a natural plan B is the cotton root bark, and then
it's more aggressive.
That is definitely can be abused or like dangerous. And then there's the there's actually that book, it's that herbal book for pregnancy, birth, and beyond. I wish I could remember the name.
I used to have that one.
The one that you...
Yeah. Oh, because I used to have it because I gave it to you.
Because you gave it to me. What was it called?
I was like, I used to have that one. Wait, was it the Susan Weed one? The herbal one? The herbal? Did I give you more than one?
I love Susan Weed. I didn't know if it was by her or not.
There's herbal for the childbearing years, I think maybe.
That might have been
one of them. Yeah.
So, great material for natural hormonal protocols, treatments, prevention.
All her books are fantastic.
I think that the pharmaceutical birth control and that whole movement was super satanic.
Oh, definitely. They had an agenda.
And then that plays along with the whole sterilizing women, which also plays into the jabs and Bill Gates and the things that was going on where he was like sterilizing a bunch of women and
oh my gosh, it's all interconnected.
Africa. It's all interconnected.
That, like when you go back far enough, you're like, oh, this has all been planned out for like a long time.
Yes, it all ties into this darker agenda.
I think we might have company soon.
Okay.
So I think we have to wrap it up. But maybe we could do like a part 2 because I feel like there's so much we haven't covered.
We covered good ground.
Yeah. Is there anything we want to like
end on?
Wrap up with?
I think that
I'm trying to think. We're like, there's so much.
I think something to end on would be like, it's a good reminder that I think men and boys everywhere just need to remember that their masculinity is divine and sacred, and they're wired the way that they are, and there's nothing wrong with them. But they do need to set boundaries against our culture, against the perversion of the matrix and the programmings that are out there that are trying to stumble them. And so I felt that in my personal journey, I was so desperate for structure and answers to what it was to be like even a woman or a girl or whatever. And I ended up falling for some pretty extreme narratives myself. Like, I feel like I've dabbled in every kind of extreme as far as like what it is to be a woman.
To like try it out.
I've been
try it on for size.
I've been in like extreme conservative like Christian groups. I've been in covens. I've I've done a bunch of weird stuff to try and feel what it is to be a woman in this day and age. And we're in the age of Aquarius, and the reason we have all these planets in Aries is because no one outside of yourself can give you the codes. You have to activate them from within. And that is part of the initiation and the hero's odyssey. And so if you feel like you've lost track of the path, that means you're on the right one, because you're not following in someone else's shadow. So that's my parting thought for men everywhere, and just people in general who are looking for embodying their archetypal masculine or femininity.
I think that it's about mastering yourself, developing mastery over yourself, basically, ultimately, not following the narrative or what someone else is telling you to do, but like, finding yourself in that. And I think with I think that the men too, like the masculinity has just been distorted. It's like, men are supposed to be protective, like not aggressive, and they're supposed to be grounded and like not performative. It's just like those masculine traits, it's just like they've been taken to like too much of an extreme. So it's just finding like this sacredness in like true masculinity. And
and being initiated as a warrior, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too, like the rites of passage are missing.
The rites of passage.
The boys used to always have like, and that was about like you would go out and like find yourself. Like a lot of it was like you'd be initiated into manhood through some sort of like solitude or like walkabout, or just some sort of initiation process where, okay, we're leaving the little boy behind and we're going to be like become a man now. We're entering into manhood, and like that's all gone. Like, there's not, I mean, I'm sure it's still in some like culture somewhere, they're still doing that, but like not here. It's like really missing.
It is
like westernized society.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big one too. Because I think that's like there's so many men stuck in boyhood because they're not given the tools or shown. There's no guides to show them. Like I feel like they're floundering, and then they're looking to like their mentors are like online in the algorithm, and that's like what they're grasping onto, which is really sad.
It is. It's really hard to find healthy examples and role models and protocols or routines or ways of life on the internet. If you're looking for initiations, I would say ask God, ask for guidance. Ask for guidance, because I think God will guide you to the right people. I don't know, maybe some of you guys need to plug into a men's group at your local Pentecostal church, but maybe veto them to see if they're weird. Just get the vibe. Check. Does it pass the vibe check, or are they all crying about their porn addictions? Maybe go somewhere else. I don't know, because it's hard. It's a hard knock thing to find men's groups that are really doing the work and aren't led by rapists. So just have discernment, have
I was gonna
Sakal
say it
wisdom.
takes discernment.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure. That is,
And like tapping
needed.
into that rebel spirit, like you said, that's missing. Like question everything.
Question everything.
Everyone.
Don't trust the government.
Yeah. Don't just blindly follow the algorithm on your computer. And definitely not the government.
Yeah, it's weird.
Politics is sketch.
It's weird when
well, I feel like men are being led into like these weird political ideologies too, and it's just distorting everything. So yeah,
for sure.
If it's political, just shove it aside.
Oh my god! I mean,
it has a political agenda behind it.
The guys who watch the news and take that as truth.
Oh my gosh! I'm like, this is so 1950. If you're still watching the news.
Like you get news for information. You think that's what that's for? It's performance
it's propaganda. Art. Yeah, it is performance art. It's show business.
They all have the same script.
Yeah,
they're all reading from, and it's owned by all of news is owned by I think like 4 big corporations.
Disney's one of them, I think,
and they all pump out the same narrative. So that's not an information resource. That's just you're getting dopamine by learning about all that's wrong with the world according to agenda narrative designed for your destruction.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
On that note,
we love you guys.
Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you.
We're still recording on here.